motion to adjourn the public hearing?
So moved. Second?
A motion to adjourn the public hearing portion of tonight's meeting has been made and seconded. Kathy, can I have a roll call vote?
Commissioner Biecki?
Yes.
Commissioner Sauter?
Yes.
Commissioner Cook?
Yes.
Vice President O'Malley?
Yes. The motion has passed and the public hearing on the 2019 combined annual budget and appropriation ordinance is adjourned. Next up, I have minutes from the previous meetings. I need a motion and a second to, first one, February 14th Committee of the Whole meeting and February 14th, 2019 regular meeting. Have all the commissioners had a chance to review?
Yes.
All those in favor of not changing at all, please say aye.
Aye.
4-0. I do need a motion and a second for February 14th, 2019, the closed session meeting.
I'll make that motion.
Second? No, go ahead.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Sauter?
Yes.
Commissioner Cook?
Yes.
Commissioner Biecki?
Yes.
Vice President O'Malley?
Yes. We are at that point of the agenda for public communication. Are there any comments from the audience at this time? Thank you. Do any staff or commissioners have any correspondence to share? Hearing none, we are at recognition of special guests. We've met him many times. Hi, Jim, how are you?
Just fine.
I'm going to introduce Jim Issel. He's the Historical Society President, Acting Chair. Good evening.
Hello, good evening. Executive Director Busby and Vice President O'Malley, Board Directors and Associates, and you, special hello to Tammy Miller, of course. I'm Jim Issel, Acting Chairman of the Elk Grove Historical Society, still acting after several years now. No Academy Award yet, or Golden Globe even. And I'm here to report on the happenings and goings-on with the Elk Grove Historical Society. Actually, things went pretty smoothly thanks to Audrey Coe, our museum coordinator, who couldn't be here tonight. It was kind of a quiet year. I'd like to entertain a couple of disquieting events, though. Sandy Denninger, our museum curator and former coordinator, left us to pursue other interests. Sandy had a genuine interest in local history, and she was amazing, of course, with the displays over at the schoolhouse, and had a real sincere concern for the museum and its artifacts, and we'll miss her and her perennial award-winning displays. I have to tell you, I scratched my head a couple of years ago when she was talking about the McDonald's Hamburger University exhibit. I was saying, what? But she had an absolute grand slam, and we shall miss her. The other disquieting event is we had a charter member of the Elk Grove Historical Society, served us for 43 years. Darlene Greaves decided to retire at the end of last year from the board. And we'll miss her too. She's been she's a gem of a human being and just a diamond on our board. When we talk about local history, we talk about 3 phases, 3 segments. I've got to inject a little here every year. The pioneer period to 1856, we had a wave and immigration of New Englanders called Yankees coming in and settling the newly opened land. From 1856 to 1956, we had Germans starting to immigrate here in the 1840s. They kind of crescendoed in the 1850s. And there was a nice, what we call the farmland period for 100 years. And then in 1956, Mr. Lively showed up with his Sendex crew and built and sold this brand new Elk Grove village. And we had another influx of pioneers. These were GIs, veterans of World War II, coming home, marrying, starting families, and those families were expanding by the mid-50s. And they were looking for comfortable homes, place to expand, fresh air, less congestion than Chicago. We had that wave coming out, and Wally and Shirley Issel were part of that wave, coming out here, brought their family in 1960. And Hal and Darlene Greaves came out here even earlier than that, 1956. They were the original settlers south of Higgins and north of Oakton. And she's been here for 63 years, and for most of that time, she's contributed an immense amount of time and energy to organizations in the village and projects, in addition to the Elk Grove Historical Society. So she too will be missed. The flip sides of those things is we still have Audrey for Sandy, and she has a genuine interest too in local history, and she brings an energy and enthusiasm and organizational ability to the museum and to our group, and I congratulate who's ever responsible for Sandy and Audrey. And in the last couple of years, we've had several members, new members join us and bring us a new perspective and some new ideas. As I've been advertising here once a year, I invite anybody who's watching, anybody here who has any kind of interest in history. You don't need an advanced degree in Phoenician history or even a master's degree in Civil War history. Just a general interest in village and township history and a curiosity about it. Come and take a look at us. Call Audrey, 847-439-3994, or I'm sure she can be visited through the website, and she'd be glad to talk to you about what we do, maybe organize a personal museum tour for everybody. That's about it. Any questions?
Yeah, we appreciate everything you do, Jim. We'll worry about the restraints monetarily or manpower-wise, but what do you feel in your position that we as a board or staff can do a little bit better to either help market and increase your membership, or do you have any pressing needs, or are you certainly communicating as well as you can through Audrey so that the information can get back to us?
That's a good question. I think she's doing a terrific job attracting people on her own. As I said, we've had 3 new board members in the last 2.5 years. It's interesting to me because history programs, movies, miniseries have never been more popular. But historical societies all over, as a matter of fact, I think it's volunteers all over. We're spending more time in front of our screens, I think, than actually going out and doing things. I can't think of anything offhand. As I say, we have 3 new members, and we've got some ideas kicking around for this year. And we can only handle so much anyway. But if we think of something, we'll communicate through Audrey.
Okay. Do any commissioners have any questions for Jim or comments? Thank you very much.
Thank you for your
everything
time,
do.
and I want to thank you. I think I'm looking at probably better than a century of volunteerism here on your parts, so thank you for that as well.
Thank you for aging us.
You're welcome.
Next up is Adult Center Annual Report. It'll be given by Colleen Mahana. She's our Sheila Ray Adult Center Coordinator. Good evening.
Hi, thanks for having us. As always, we appreciate your support at our advisory board meeting. So thank you, Tom Cook, for coming to that, and Tammy Miller for coming as well and being a support. So I'm just giving an annual report about the Sheila Ray. 2018 was such a great year for us. We ended the year at 285 members, and currently for the 2019 membership year, we're at 268. So that's only a 17 person difference from last year. So we're up quite a bit, and I think there's a few factors to that. That has to do with, we just had a Sheila Ray showcase at the Adult Center today, and that brought in a few new members. And then also sending out the adult buzz to all of the households in Elk Grove. So I think us working with marketing has really contributed to the amount of members that we're bringing in. For 2018, we had a new event, and that was the senior prom. So we had 60 participants with that, where we had live music and catered food, and we danced the night away. And we have started a partnership with Lyle Park District, where we go to their facility and they come to our facility for Wii Bowling. So that's been something fun that we have started for the 2018 and will continue to do for the 2019 year. Some new things that we're looking forward to, some programs and some events coming up. We have the Spring Formal, which is March 15th, very similar to the senior prom, where we'll have live music and catered food. And we have a spring bazaar on April 26th and 27th. This is the first time ever that we're doing a spring bazaar. Generally, we do our bazaar in December for the holidays, and we'll continue to do that, but we wanted to add another aspect to that since our volunteers contribute so much time into making handmade things for the center. So we're excited for that to be coming up as well. And then we're going to be starting to do some lunch and learns, various topics pertinent to seniors starting this spring, so we're excited about that. And then I recently have become a member and gone to a conference for the Association of Illinois Senior Centers. So we're getting a lot of new ideas and we're excited for what's coming up.
Same question to you that I gave to Jim.
Yeah.
Anything that we can help out on, anything that, you need more support on, that your advisory board members think that we could step up, just not only as commissioners, but as staff?
Yeah, I think and I can speak for myself, and I know I can speak on behalf of the advisory board, but I think you guys do a great job. We see Tom Cook there every meeting, and Bill, you come as well, and a few other faces come too, and we generally love the support that you guys give us. So unfortunately, at this time, I don't have anything to offer, but I can tell you and give you a big thanks for the support that you do for us.
Because I hate to brag, but this board loves reaching for low-hanging fruit. So when you ask for $200 here and it's like, oh yeah, we can handle that, so.
Yeah.
Anything you need, I just like keeping the lines of communication open. I think that's one of the best characteristics you can have from generation to generation, or just from, different groups within our community, so
Yeah,
that's important.
I agree. So thank you very much.
Do any commissioners have any questions or comments for Colleen? Thank you. We're going to swear in a couple of your new advisory
All
board
right,
members.
Thank you.
At this point, we have 3 advisory board members that are first-timers. I'm going to swear them in if Barbara Burke can come up first. You can come up to me. This is going to be for you.
So there should be a number, right?
What's that?
If you could give her one, that way.
Yes. Okay, if you'll repeat after me. I, Barbara Burke, having been appointed to the Sheila Ray Adult Center Advisory Board of the Elk Grove Park District, do solemnly swear that I will uphold the Adult Center's bylaws and will faithfully carry out the duties of this office of the Elk Grove Park District Adult Advisory Board according to the best of my ability.
I will.
That's why I gave it to you. If you'll just read that.
Okay, I, Barbara Burke, having been appointed to the Sheila Ray Adult Center Advisory Board of the Elk Grove Park District, do solemnly swear that I will uphold the Adult Center's bylaws and will faithfully carry out the duties of this office of the Elk Grove Park District Adult Advisory Board according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations. Yes, I do.
Barb?
Barb, I guess you gotta sign this.
I left you a pen.
They're all over. Thank you again.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Peggy, you're next. This is what you're gonna read. I, Peggy Nicholas, having been appointed to the Sheila Ray Adult Center Advisory Board of the Elk Grove Park District, do solemnly swear that I will uphold the Adult Center's bylaws and will faithfully carry out the duties of this office of the Elk Grove Park District Adult Advisory Board according to the best of my ability.
I, Peggy Nicholas, having been appointed to the Sheila Ray Adult Center Advisory Board of the Elk Grove Park District, do solemnly swear that I will uphold the Adult Center's bylaws and will faithfully carry out the duties of this office of the Elk Grove Park District Adult Advisory Board according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations, also.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Last but not least, Nancy Hartwig. I, Nancy Hartwig, having been appointed to the Sheila Ray Adult Center Advisory Board of the Elk Grove Park District, do solemnly swear that I will uphold the Adult Center's bylaws and will faithfully carry out the duties of this office of the Elk Grove Park District Adult Advisory Board according to the best of my ability.
I, Nancy Hartwig, having been appointed to the Sheila Ray Adult Center Advisory Board of the Elk Grove Park District, do solemnly swear that I will uphold the Adult Center's bylaws and will faithfully carry out the duties of this office of the Elk Grove Park District Adult Advisory Board according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations. I'm in the will. This is for you. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. All right, thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Colleen and Gina, we appreciate everything you guys do at the Sheila Ray. For all the ones who have served so many years in the past, some have been on the board for multiple years, thank you very much. I think you guys are gonna enjoy your time there. We do appreciate, not only does staff appreciate it, but the Board of Commissioners appreciate your efforts. Thank you very much. Do any commissioners have any other comments they'd like to share with the Sheila Ray Advisory Board?
Just amen to what he just said. Appreciate it.
Yes, yes. And Tom had to help me out, so I'm remiss on that. Rod, thank you very much as past president. You know, if anybody embodies what we're looking for, it's you. You walk it, you talk it, you're proud to be a member. Everything you do it with character. You do that with a disability, which even says more about you. So not only the way your advisory board feels about you, which I pick up their perception, but we as a board and staff feel the exact same way. You're a tremendous asset to that team. Thank you. Okay, if you'd like to exit, I think Kelly wants to take a couple group pictures. Again, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
I do have another advisory board member to swear in. He is not present. I move that the following individuals be appointed to serve a 2-year term as advisory member of the Elk Grove Basketball Advisory Board. That is Tony Miller. I need a motion and a second.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Cook?
Yes.
Commissioner Bietti?
Yes.
Commissioner Sauer?
Yes.
Vice President O'Malley?
Yes. We're at committee reports, capital projects. That is me. Bob, are you ready while we've got Ben here before he moves on to executive director? Do we want to set it up right now when we'd like to meet? I do think it's important that before he exits that role, we certainly find out what's going on in the spring, what hasn't been completed still for 2018, double check the numbers, et cetera. What's your next
I'll
couple
look at
board
my
meetings?
calendar. We're going into a closed door, so I can look in between
That's
this
fine.
regular meeting and the closed door, and Ben will be there, so.
Okay, that's fine. I want to just make sure we'll get it done tonight then. All right, that's all I had. Thank you. Finance Committee, Commissioner Sauter.
This will be brief, as it's January. I mean, the only report I have is January. Net loss year-to-date of 114, and the corporate fund compares to a budgeted loss of 223,000. On the rec fund, net revenue is 74,000 compared to a budgeted loss of 124,000. And as we're in late February, we don't have much to report on the golf course, so I'm not even gonna hardly mention that. So that ends my report.
Any questions or comments for Commissioner Sauter? Thank you, Ralph. Committee of the Whole, that is usually chaired by John. He was not present at the last committee of the whole or tonight's. What took place on February 14th was we reviewed some recognition plaques that we have how do you want to describe it? A program where if somebody wants to recommend, or is that the right word? If somebody feels somebody should be honored for their volunteerism or for whatever particular reason you think. Nominate. That's it. You know, we're certainly looking to review that. There is a criterion. It does get reviewed by a committee. What we did is there were 3 particular people that were nominated and accepted on that particular evening. We talked about their recognition plaques. Under old business, Director Busby stated that there was a meeting with Williams Architects to devise the golf course maintenance facility. He also talked about how Tom Klaas could look at the potential of combining operations of the grill, the pro shop, and the bar. He also shared with us the bill that passed in the state legislation that the minimum wage is going up to $15 an hour by the year 2025, and the potential ramifications it would have with this park district. Under new business, Commissioner Souter explained that he had presented a survey on social media that some felt caused a stir. He acknowledged that he was going to put a post up on afterwards. We were all content with that. So that took place on February 14th. Tonight, being February 28th, we had a presentation by Commissioner Bietke on an athletics group compensation / appreciation, the pros and cons of it. And then we had a dinner with the Adult Center Advisory Board that you guys just saw. We did not have time for old business or new business. And that concludes the Committee of the Holes for those 2 sessions. Golf Course Committee, Commissioner Cook. I'm sorry, Athletic Committee, Commissioner Sauer.
We haven't had any meetings, but I do want to mention Bob Biedke, appreciate the hard work, and I know you put a lot of work into the presentation you gave tonight. So that the topic is, there were a number of bad timing and missteps along the way here so far. I just want to backtrack a little bit, and this all has to do with the appreciation of the athletic program advisory boards. The first misstep was calling what we did at the committee of the whole meeting a while back a vote. What we did was we tried to approve a piece of the guidelines that are going to be used by each of the associations or each of the programs, and we had to mention, you know, what's going to be the answer with regard to appreciation of board members. At that time, it was a 3-2 consensus that we would not be offering any waiver of fees or reimbursement of fees. And then since then, what Bill portrayed as a survey was really my personal question in doing my due diligence, because what I've said all along is I was one of the 3, first of all, that said no. I'm trying to get information to get me off of that, and that post was, I think, construed by a lot of people as a board survey or a park district survey. It was my individual attempt to get information from a group of people I happen to know are very active in the community and very willing to give their opinions, and that would have been on Facebook, and I do apologize for any issues that I caused there, or ill feeling or ill will. We are continuing, we heard Bob's presentation today, we are continuing to look into this issue, and we will come to a consensus going forward at some point. We're not there yet. So I guess that ends my report.
Any questions or comments for Commissioner Sauer? Thank you, Ralph. Golf Course Committee, Commissioner Cook, please.
Nothing really to report other than we met last week to look at what you mentioned, the committee of the whole, some of the placements and layout of the floor plans, to get those updated for the board to look at. And they should be here by the next meeting for us to look at and go over and take a look at, so.
Everything revolving around option B still?
Yes, yeah, because really on the other options, there wasn't the placement issues. Most of the placement issues were with regards to the clubhouse, bar area, where things would be placed there. So if we decided that's to be the option we go with, And that seemed to be the one that we were favoring if we go with a full renovation of the clubhouse. We wanted to get those things placed. The one on the maintenance facility, how things were lined up there weren't as many changes or changes that needed to be discussed, so. So it'll be basically updated outline showing the floor plan with how the workflow will work and how the placement of different areas. We're looking at indoor, not driving range, simulators, where the offices are and configuration to the bar and the meeting area so that we can minimize the number of staff we need at any one time during the slow time. So, yeah, the layout of the floor plan is gonna be updated on that.
And on the maintenance side, is it gonna be presented to us with a potential downsizing? I think one of the drawings under option B was 10,500 square feet. Currently, it's at 4,000 feet. I know personally, I objected for that much going into the maintenance building. So
Yeah.
what's the latest on that?
Yeah.
You've looked at a couple different sizes?
Yes. Yeah, I think it was down to 9,000.
And about 8,600 square feet.
Right.
Okay.
So, yeah, there's also a layout for that, but that didn't take as much, it's more just shrinking it versus placement of things from a workflow and size standpoint, you know, and, one of the areas on that one in Plan B that had a long hallway that took up a lot of open space, so we're looking at ways to reduce that hallway and just a better workflow, and
Right. Yeah, so
layout.
those numbers on the maintenance side and the clubhouse side will most likely change as they put it in an exact layout. Because the most important part is the functionality of it. And if that means we either increase or reduce the square footage by a little bit, I mean, that's what we'll do. So,
Yeah, and they also had some stuff that we'll bring in the meeting showing some, since we're not in the schematic design phase, which is our next phase, they brought in some books that kind of showed on that open, we're looking at the open garden
yeah, the
reception area, where you have doors that open and close for the summertime. They had some other clubhouses that were done. They brought some sample pictures on those, so.
Actually, Tom Class has it at the golf course, so next time you're there, ask to see him, and he'll be more than happy to show you.
Okay. So, yes, so hopefully by next meeting, we'll have that for us to look at and go over.
Any questions or comments for Tom? Thank you. Youth Committee, Commissioner Biedke.
So it's that time of the year for scholarships again. Any Elk Grove Village resident, senior, would like to apply, the application form is on the village website. It's on the Elk Grove Park District's website, and you can receive forms at the Elk Grove Pavilion, at the Elk Grove Public Library, and at the Village Hall. So please make sure. I think last year we had 18 people apply. So we'd like to see a lot of seniors in Elk Grove Village apply for this event, or this scholarship, I should say. So get those in.
Seniors in high school, not seniors that were here.
Yes, seniors in high school. That is correct. And that is. We had a youth meeting, and it was very good. We had Irene, who is the new youth coordinator. Thank you. She presented, and a lot of new topics we talked about. And we're looking forward to continuing our partnership with everybody and getting the youth engaged and involved in activities, various forms of activities. So we talked about a lot of different topics. So we're looking forward to the work that Irene and her staff is going to do, and the entire committee. So that concludes my report.
Yeah, I would just like to reemphasize about the scholarships. It's really, you have a good chance of winning if you put in, because not only do you have the two from the foundation, you have two from the village youth committee, and then you also have the Frank Zarnick scholarships that are given out. So you get anywhere from, there's four to six for sure, and maybe as many as 8 to 10, depending on how much money they raise for the Frank Zarnick scholarships. But your chances of winning are very good, so put in, it's well worth your time and effort, so.
Okay, thank you. Adult Center Committee, Commissioner Cook, please.
I think Colleen covered everything, so I have no report, no additional report.
Okay, under other committees, is there a foundation update tonight?
There is not.
Okay. Old business, do any commissioners or staff have any old business to discuss? Hearing none, we'll move on to new business. I have adoption of ordinance 399. This is an ordinance authorizing and directing the destruction of verbatim audio recordings of certain closed session meetings of the Board of Park Commissioners of the Elk Grove Park District. I need a motion and a second for the adoption.
So moved.
Second?
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Bianchi?
Yes.
Commissioner Sauter?
Yes.
Commissioner Cook?
Yes.
Vice President O'Malley?
Yes. Next up, I need a motion and a second for adoption of ordinance 400, an ordinance providing for a combined annual budget and appropriation of funds for Elk Grove Park District, Cook County, Illinois, for the fiscal year beginning January 1st, 2019, and ending December 31st, 2019.
So moved.
Second?
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Sauter?
Yes.
Commissioner Cook?
Yes.
Commissioner Bianchi?
Yes.
Vice President O'Malley?
Yes. Under 11C, this is approval.
Mr. President,
Yes.
I just want to ask Executive Director Busby a question on the ordinance 399. And just to clarify, that includes, all the ones listed here include all of the verbatim recordings that qualify for destruction. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to- I know it normally does, I just wanted to confirm that. Thanks.
Next on tonight's February 28th, 2019 agenda is approval of agreement for employment for Ben Curcio of the Elk Grove Park District. That'll be tabled for our first meeting in March. We have two small items that need his approval along with the rest of the boards to make sure that that will be voted on unanimously. We're at payment of the bills. I've got three dates, February 11th, 2019, the P cards in the amount of $81,050.26. February 14th, 2019, in the amount of $70,342.02. February 21st, 2019, in the amount of $34,456.78. Do any commissioners have any comments or questions regarding any of these three sets of bills? Hearing none, Kathy, can I have roll call, please?
You didn't get a motion in a second yet, did you?
I don't know, did I?
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Cook?
Yes.
Commissioner Bianchi?
Yes.
Commissioner Sauter?
Yes.
Vice President O'Malley?
Yes. I now need a motion to adjourn to closed session for the purpose of conducting the semi-annual review of closed session minutes per 2C21 and for the purpose of discussing the purchase or lease of real estate for the use of public body per 2C5.
So moved.
Second?
Before roll call, I'll let the public know we will reconvene to open session afterwards. We'll have a release of such closed session minutes as the board shall deem appropriate. We'll take actions on anything discussed in closed session. Our next meeting date is March 14th, 2019 at 7:00 PM right here. Can I have roll call, please?
Commissioner Bianchi?
Yes.
Commissioner Sauter?
Yes.
Commissioner Cook?
Yes.
President O'Malley?
Yes, this meeting is now adjourned. Thank you very much.